Oh, sorry, the video started and I wasn't even looking. I was looking at my hair. My hair that needs to be bathed or washed and cut. Anyway, so anyway, what I wanted to say. This is the video that not sure right now what to call it. Okay, some part of this is going to be about my health. Part of this is going to be like an update over what has transpired over the last 3+ years. 3+ years. And if you can't hear her, there is Lisa in the living room. Sometimes she says something or asks a question. So I'm not talking to a ghost. I'm talking to a person in there. Anyway. I'm talking to myself, people. Anyway, I had a number of... After Carolyn passed away, before she passed away, I had a number of health issues, and I was not addressing them. And
Still not addressing them.
well, that's right. And you know, then, not now, but then, you know, I had her that I needed to pay attention to and take care of. And frankly, that's what I needed to do. You know, it may have meant my health went down. My health went down, but, you know, there was also a lot of anxiety and depression involved. And then when she passed away, which was just 3 years ago, it wasn't that long ago, I went into a deep depression. I wound up drinking a lot. I would go buy 2 or 3 bottles of vodka a month, and I would drink that stuff down until I didn't have any more. And if I could find a way to get some more, I'd get some more. I was drinking. I mean, not just that. I mean, beer, vodka, vanilla extract. Yeah, I was in bad shape. And that wasn't helping my health either. Not even close. I spent basically 2 years going through that. And eventually, you know, I was ready for things to start changing. And I found out why I was having some of the continence problems that I was having, and part of that was due to the fact that I was eating sometimes food that had been expired for like 3 years, 2 or 3 years. Some of the food had been expired for 3 years. I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting there. You know, I didn't care anymore. All I did was think about Carolyn. And, you know, things related to her. And I was angry, I was depressed, I was this, I was that. And I finally, you know, I was ready to start cleaning, but it was way beyond anything I could do on my own. I had tried, and I just couldn't do it. Hey, John. Somebody here in town had some extra food. It's no more complicated than that. This person had some extra food, asked someone else in town if he knew anybody that could use some food, and he said, sure, Seamus can. He's always hungry. Which is true, I'm always hungry. I don't care if I have food, I'm still hungry. If I just ate, give me 5 or 10 minutes and I'll be hungry again. Well, on that point, I finally found a place where I can get chicken fried steak up here. I didn't find it. Lisa knew about it. She told me about it. We went there and we've eaten there, twice? And it's good. It's not, it's chain food, but it's good. It's good. I would probably add a little pepper to it, I could do that on my own. Anyway. But this person had some food and brought it over, and I said, "Do you happen to know anybody who cleans?" And finally, we finally got it to the point where we started cleaning. Somebody came in and started helping me clean. Several people came in and started helping me clean. It wasn't just one. It was one main person, but there were others who stepped in. But that person got up in my face and talked to me like I was a piece of shit. And you don't do that to me. And the first time she did it, I should have said, "There's the door, get out, don't come back." But she did it a second time. After the second time, and I tried to be, understanding, forgiving, whatever, but I'm like, nah. I'll be nice to that person, and that person is nice to me, but, polite, but, that's the extent of it. But, I finally started eating right. I finally started moving instead of just sitting there. I stopped drinking. I'm not going to say I never take a drink. Since Lisa and I have been together, I've drank once. There's actually a beer in the refrigerator that I have no interest in. It was given to me. And I'm like, I just don't care for it. If I have a cigarette, I can drink a beer, but without a cigarette, and I don't smoke anymore. I quit tobacco. So, there's this, alcohol, just, I'm sorry, but it just, cannabis on the other hand. But I won't get into that. Although, Vermont, which is just down the road, they're looking at complete legalization. New Hampshire is probably not far behind. New Hampshire is a very libertarian state, even though both people on the left and the right up here are very libertarian, if they like it or not, if they realize it or not, but they are. Anyway.
I thought weed was passed before work.
Yeah. But New Hampshire did pass something. I don't remember what it was.
I thought they would.
Yeah. So, I finally got up and started moving around. That helped my gut a lot. Physical activity is good for the mind and for the body. And for the soul, if you believe it's a soul. And then I met the beautiful woman that's over in that room right over there. And she has made a big difference in my life as well.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome, hon. And
It made a big difference in my life, too.
thank you, sweetie. So there hasn't been a single thing. It's been multiple things. There was the depression. There was the physical issues that I was having. Multiple physical issues. I'm still having some of those. For example, when I have to go to the bathroom or when I have to pee, I have to go right then. I can't wait. I fall. I have tremors, and I trip. Well, tripping, falling, tremors. That's all due to the three vertebrae that are pressing down on my spinal cord, which is also causing other physical problems. So I'm supposed to have surgery for that, but I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, because I have to go get an MRI and some x-rays. But frankly, the way the weather, it's wintertime. I'm not going to schedule surgery or anything up in Lebanon at this time of year, because I might be able to go one day, roads are perfectly fine. 2 days later, there's 10 feet of snow and 3 feet of ice, and it's minus 20, and winds blowing at 30 miles an hour. But another day, it might be 40 degrees, believe it or not. So it's like I'm not comfortable making any sort of long-term appointments, if you will, up in Lebanon. I'm willing to do it in Keene because that's only a 20-minute drive, and then another, 10 minutes to the hospital. But, and I've been receiving far better care here than I ever did in Texas. In Texas, all some certain physical issues that I have. In Texas, they said, "Oh, it's tardive dyskinesia." They didn't do any exams, they didn't do any tests, nothing. Oh, it's tardive dyskinesia. Well, my doctor here kept telling me that's not what tardive dyskinesia does to you. I'm like, but one doctor tells me one thing and another doctor tells me another thing. So finally, we did some x-rays, MRI, physical exam, etc., etc. And it turns out that I have 3 ruptured vertebrae. What they're going to do is they're going to remove those 3 vertebrae, and then they're going to fuse my spine, which means I will have limited movement turning my head. But let me get into some other things that are happening that are making a difference and have made a difference in my life. I'm working on hobbies, or working on developing those hobbies. The ham radio, for example, that's a hobby. Although this one right here isn't going to be used for quite a long time. From discussions I've had with people online, this one is just going to have to sit here for a while before once I actually know what I'm doing, then maybe I'll start working on this, because it's a tube radio and that's what I like. But I have another hobby, which is historical reenacting. I don't know if you can't see it. My rifle, see it? But I found somebody who said he's willing to try and help me out with that, and he lives north of here, not too far north of here. I just have to wait till one weekend when we have gas and we can get there. We're preferably going to be going there or through there, and hopefully he'll have the weekend. He'll have some time on the weekend, and we can meet up and see what's going on, because I'd like it to work. I don't want to just get rid of it. I don't have the money for the long gun I want, which is a 62 caliber smoothbore flintlock. And that's over $1,000. I don't have that. That rifle right there I built. And I've been working on my Lawn Hunter's kit. I've been making a pair of winter moccasins, if you will, although they probably won't be ready till next year. I cannot wait till springtime, and I can actually go out there and take a little trek. I'm thinking a few days. The thing is, what am I going to use as a cane? I don't want to take my good cane with me. I don't want to use my rifle as a cane. I guess I can get a walking stick. There's forest everywhere. And there's plenty of limbs on the ground, and just grab one and see what I can do with it. Using 2 would be better, because I want it to be historically accurate. What I'm doing, I want what I'm doing to be historically accurate. So coming up with hobbies is another thing. There's another thing I want to do, but I'm not willing to do until I get clearance from my doctor, is what she refers to as gentle yoga. She does it here in town. And I've talked to her about it, and I've told her I want to do this, and actually Lisa wants to do it as well, but I keep putting off calling my doctor, because I really need to go. I really need to make an appointment and go see her. But I could call and leave a message to see if it's okay with the doctor. I would think it would be okay, but considering all my health issues, I'm not going to take any risk. I am not going to cause more damage to myself if I can help it. So I want the doctor's approval before I do anything like that. And the same with taking a little trek. Not unless the doctor says I can do it. And she's probably going to say no. Take a hike. If she says no, I'll probably just go out there for the day and make a camp. Instead of actually spending days walking, I'll just go out there, spend a few hours walking, and then make a camp. There are plenty of places to do that around here. I could walk south or north on the rail trail and just split off, just go off into the woods. There's Mount Monadnock, which is a state park, beautiful place. You can see the mountain from the house. Oh, bless you. If you didn't hear her, she sneezed. She has a zombie virus. I forget. Is it not Gap Mountain? Is it Gap Mountain? We have another mountain right down here. Which is where I'm planning on going. Here's what I was thinking of doing, because I'm going to be in my outfit. I'm going to be in my kit, my clothes, my historical reenacting costume, if you will. I have my rifle. I have my tam on, and I'm hoping I will see like 2 or 3 people together going in the opposite direction. And I want to stop them and say, "Excuse me, but I wouldn't go that way. The British have sent 300 regulars from Boston, and they're coming in this direction. I suggest you get to the nearest French fort as soon as you can." So you never know. It's like I was talking to somebody on Facebook once, and they were at an event, and they were in their outfit, and they wanted to go get something from like the convenience store down the road. Well, they start walking down the road, and they say to each other, "If anybody stops, don't look. Just keep be yourself. Keep being yourself." And she said, because they're in 18th century clothing, French and Indian War, American Revolutionary War, somewhere in there. And this car sees this group of like 5 or 6 people, and it slows down. There's a guy in the car, and he's like, "What the?" Because he thinks these are people from whenever, and he slows down. And then after he passes them, he just put on the gas. You just boom. You're like, thought they were ghosts, and that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping will happen. Like they'll like, was that real or was that a ghost, or was it Memorex? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might get something going around here, saying, people, man, there's a long hunter, a spirit of a long hunter walking around. Yeah, he lives out in the woods. We'll see what happens. Cat, hey, Cat, I don't think you have a motor car, do you? If you're riding with someone, because you're in Texas, eh? So what you do is you roll down the window, right? When you see somebody walking on the sidewalk or whatever, you roll down the window and you say, "Hey, you dropped your pocket."
Oh my God.
I do it all the time. Actually, my stepson is the one who introduced me to that, and it works. People they get that look on their face like, "What?" And they stop and they look back like, "What?" What?
When you talk to somebody and say, "Hey, you're my long lost son," or my dad.
Well, yeah, or I'll go, but I prefer to do it to people younger than me. "Oh my gosh, you're my long lost daddy. Oh, daddy. Oh, come here." They look. Or
Oh my God.
this is best when somebody's drunk. You're driving down the road and you see a drunk person walking on the sidewalk. You pull up You roll down the window, you pull up to him, you say, hey, you're going the wrong way. You need to go that way. And some drunk people will be like, oh, okay. And they'll start going the other way. That doesn't always work. So far, it has not worked for me as far as I know. But or you say, hey, that's my hair. I want it back. Something funny. Have a good time. Live life. It took me 2+ years before I could smile and laugh again. And this doesn't take anything away from how I feel about Carolyn. It doesn't at all. It just means, I hope she wants me to be happy. And from people I've talked to that have known her a lot longer than she and I knew each other, she wants me to be happy. So it feels good to be able to laugh again. And that's another thing that helps, is being able to, if you feel happy, that helps you get out of the depression. So a number of good things have happened. I'm not eating rotten food anymore. I'm cleaning the house, maybe not the way some people would like, but at least it's being cleaned. I'm coming up with hobbies. I'm trying not to put too much on my shoulders, though. I've done that in the past. When you put too much on your shoulders, you never get anything done. At least I never get anything done. Another hobby of mine is shooting. I like to target shoot. I don't hunt, but I like to target shoot. And it's not in here. My beautiful girlfriend there got me a shotgun for Christmas, so I went out the other day with that and fired 5 rounds off. But so hopefully I've explained some things and updated you on some things. And I know this is open to the whole world, including those fascists in Keene, but they're welcome to watch it, because hopefully they'll learn a thing or two. Hopefully they'll gain a conscience. But I doubt it. At least not anytime soon. But Kat, I hope that, and one day you'll get to meet Lisa, Kat. One day, I don't know when, I don't know how or where, but you'll meet her. I think you'll like her. But I don't know what else to say. Can you think of anything else I need to say in this video? No. I'm crazy. I'm insane. I said I'm crazy. I'm insane. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess I'll finish this video. I'll end this video now. I do still, like I already said that, I still use a cane for walking. I probably will for the rest of my life. The whole falling thing is definitely not fun. When I have tremors and things like that, not fun. When I get stiff, it's not fun. But the fact that I do get up and do things instead of just sitting on the couch drinking vodka right out of the bottle. I don't know if I ever was that bad. I'm not sure I was that bad, but I was. Yeah, so, Now, I happen to know people, a person, who drinks a 30-pack a day, plus a 12-pack a day. I was never that bad, but anyway, so, I guess I'll end this video. Kat, I hope everything's going well for you. Stay safe. Bye.